Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop.
Today we travel back in time to the 50s, when already all roads led to Le Mans. While the smart old buildings and the Cathedral of Saint-Julien characterize its look, Le Mans is the town of motor racing love. Taking part, many prestigious names and brands, plus a trio chancing the adventure for the first time, including a new secret weapon. Et voila, the race is underway.
Should make us sit down more comfortably, don't you think? The car, I mean.
But there's no need. I've driven one of these things like sitting on a sofa. You just waste power and tire temperature will rise about 15 degrees centigrade.
15 degrees.
Pay no attention to him, Jill. He's trying to blind us with science.
Well, if you don't, you'll throw treads all around the circuit in this heat, but please don't let me stop you, young lady.
I won't, young man.
It's the emancipated woman herself at the wheel of the Jaguar, and well-meant advice really shouldn't be casually cast aside, especially not during practice. Otherwise, there could be a nasty surprise in store. And indeed, these things, as Mr. Hobson calls them, slide around like soap.
Bad show, Nichols. Very bad show.
Where the devil she got to?
And here she comes, anxiously awaited by Mr. Hobson and the Grand Seigneur, who have questions galore.
What happened, Miss Nichols? You okay, old girl?
Oh, I'm all right. I think.
In the car?
She feels okay. You better get Crinkle to check over the track, though.
But what happened?
Look at all this sand. Yes, you're right, Mr. Hobson, that's all. My apologies. Nearly went for Breton on the last bend. Hadn't a clue.
You need a drink.
I think I do.
Come on, old girl.
A drink to get over the shock. Meanwhile, the engineers work away on their new magic weapon. Or better put, they dissect them, thoroughly checking the cross-ply tires once again with an endurance test in the factory. For the tortuous race at Le Mans is no place for softies or soft rubber. Then the big day. 200,000 spectators crowd above the pits and around the circuit. Tension mounts. Extreme concentration ahead of the classic Le Mans start. In the midst of it all, our lady racing driver. To get off in the lead, you've got to be nippy on your feet. Now, everything has to go quickly. Oh yes, and staying on the track is also a good idea. A little tip, simply follow the arrows. Sometimes it's all just that easy. But not always. The drivers are left to their own devices, with fitness and stamina definitely an advantage. The increasing darkness of night is penetrated solely by the car's headlights. Only after the morning mist clears do we get a clear view again. Well, almost. Le Mans is not just a race, it's a public festival. And a race with no problems? Well, there's no such thing. Certainly not at Le Mans. At some point, everyone has one. And then it's each man or woman to themselves. Meanwhile, the competition race on by. At the moment, our lady can only wait and worry. Then it's change drivers and hit the throttle with total conviction. Oh la la, consternation for Mr. Hobson, wild determination for Miss Nichols, and on we go, with no sand in the gears. The Jaguar purrs like a feline predator lap after lap around the 17-kilometer circuit. Driving skillfully, our lady racer heads for the line. Every finish feels like a win, and the magic things have done their job after all. But that's of no significance now. Mr. Hobson and Miss Nichols are in seventh heaven. Le Mans, mon amour.
Here.
Souviens-toi de moi, remember the more. I will, Tim.
Inside Racing was brought to you by Dunlop.